Camera footage you should never watch alone.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The world is full of scary and mysterious beasts that come in all shapes and sizes.
Oh my god!
They dwell in forests, hide in bushes, walk on roads, haunt us, and sometimes even invade our homes. Today, we'll explore moments when such creatures were caught lurking. On July 13th, 2024, a trail camera caught a disturbing video of a pale humanoid creature standing behind a tree in an undisclosed location far away from civilization. Its sounds and noises were otherworldly. It is also quite disturbing to see the way the rake was looking at the camera, as if it somehow knew that the hidden device was watching it. Viewers were quick to point out that this creature, with its extremely thin structure and featureless face with big eyes, resembled the rake. The sightings of this cryptid creature have been increasing recently, but this scary humanoid is much more than a legend now. Beware of the rake. Rake Rush. On June 28, 2021, a house owner, Rick Grebenik, captured a cryptid creature lurking just outside his front window. It wasn't his first rodeo. Rick had apparently been seeing the same creature appear over his house for several months, but every time he went out to investigate, the creature would disappear. Eventually, he mounted CCTVs in hopes of capturing the creature, and finally succeeded.
This thing is looking weird. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And there it is, in full glory. Like a creature that's clearly been disrupting a man's peace for a while. The good thing is, it was finally captured on camera. But since it could be anything, a rake or a skinwalker, it's definitely not a good look for Rick. Yellow fever. Apparently, pale aliens have been living with us all this time. On March 9th, 2022, a horrifying alien was caught on tape, perched on the wall of a deserted and broken building. This yellow alien was making creepy noises. With a taut skin like a reptile's. Its head was too long for comfort, and its eyes were the creepiest on any alien you have seen before. It was crouching and observing the area around it, as if aware it had to escape any attempts at being captured. Well, this is one alien you don't want to cross paths with. Devil's Glare. Do you ever just see something you can't ignore? Well, take a look. A man was walking through some bushes on a cold night of January in 2021. What he saw made him lose his appetite for the next week. A cryptid humanoid was crouched ahead of him. It was a rake which suddenly looked up towards the guy. And those sharp, menacing eyes, combined with its shriveled skin, are enough to make anyone lose their sleep. The guy did not wait for more than a second. He turned around and escaped as fast as he could without looking back. Luckily, he was not followed. Goat Monster.
Ondan olabilir, evet.
In August of this year, 2 residents of a small town in Turkey found this strange creature in their mountains. It wasn't a goat, as their eyes are to the sides. The eyes of this creature were to the front, like a human being's. Suddenly, the locals realized it could be the Sher Shapal. a demonic creature born from Turkish folklore that comes out at night to haunt. However, some speculated it was the Goat Man, and others said it was a goat possessed by a jinn. But whatever it was, the two guys dashed out of the location as fast as their legs could carry them. We will keep you posted if we get another sighting.
Ahmet. Boynunuzu şaş yapma.
Neighborhood horror. A couple of months ago, children in a Spanish neighborhood had a close shave with a creepy monster. These teenagers were happily playing with their sister on the swing. Suddenly, an eerie white figure got up in the background and moved out of the camera's view. It had been there for God knows how long, observing these boys and girls. It is impossible to accurately identify the creature from this distance. However, some speculated that it was Slender Man. And that does make sense considering that the Slender Man tends to follow people. What do you think, folks? Hard evidence. A resident of Sierra Nevada mounted a trail camera behind his house in April of last year. It is impossible to ignore what it captured. A slithery pale rake with no facial features, unnaturally long legs and arms, and big eyes could be seen crawling its way across the ground. Surprisingly, once the video was uploaded on the internet, not a single person thought it was a hoax. It seemed that most of the viewers had agreed on this one thing: rakes do exist. And if they're openly appearing, we've got every right to be afraid. Bigfoot strikes. Upon hearing the reports of a Bigfoot sighting in the jungle, a group of hunters decided to investigate. On 23rd September 2023, they set up a camp in the woods, and this is what they saw. A Bigfoot had crept its way to their camp and began striking it down with a piece of log. This is a new development, as Bigfoots were known as gentle giants. They are no so gentle anymore. Who knows what prompted the Bigfoot to act this way? But if the woods are no longer safe, people will no longer be able to enjoy camping in the forests anymore. Creepster strikes. If you think you have seen it all, think again. This creature was found lurking behind the wall of a house 10 months ago. Although the creature was skinny with a humanoid body, it clearly could not be human, as it had a pretty realistic tail. It looked to be searching on the ground for something, but that is not all. As soon as the creature turned to the side, it was revealed that it had 3 eyes too. Netizens speculated that it was an alien, and if they're openly brandishing themselves in public, and that too in our neighborhood, boy are we in trouble. Ghoulish canine. You might want to remove forests from your to-visit list. A lost tourist captured this. The video footage is from a year ago, and it recorded the most sinister-looking werewolf that suddenly appeared from the darkness. It had clear, white, scary eyes, and the sharpest teeth you might have ever seen on a canine. It was...
Please welcome an absolutely new Crossout, a free-to-play multiplayer action game about battles and cool vehicles in a
is most probably out there hunting for its next prey. But you can draw one simple conclusion from it. If you stay away from the darkest looking forests out there, you will successfully avoid meeting such fiery monsters. Ghost Road. On 24th October 2022, a man found something in his security footage that sent a chill through his spine. 2 creepy-looking monsters appeared on the road behind his house. They looked as if they were made from vapor, or maybe they were ghosts. But the man who took this footage claimed that they were interdimensional beings. Both the creatures were different though. One was walking on 2 legs, the other one was walking on 4s. There is no explanation for the existence of these creatures, but who knows, you might find something similar in your neighborhood. The Appalachian Terror. The Appalachian Mountains have the highest number of disappearances in the country, and we might have found the reason. On 23rd October 2023, 2 cryptids were seen walking briskly in the Appalachian Mountains. These frail-looking humanoids even turned towards the trail camera capturing them. Some said that they were rakes, but rakes have never been seen in pairs. They seem to be skinwalkers. But what was the worst part? One of them appeared to be holding a human. That is why one of the Appalachian rules is to not go out into the woods from dusk till dawn. Roadside horror. Take a look at this shocking scene. The footage was recently captured through a CCTV camera in the middle of a city. An injured man was seen hopping away from something, and we soon find out why. A horrendous beast appeared behind it, crawling menacingly on all fours, and with a tail longer than its body. The creature was not even running after the man, because it knew its prey wouldn't be able to escape. Netizens agreed that the creature was a skinwalker, a creature that's often rumored to take its victims silently. And if this really is one, we're miles and miles away from safety. Hold your breath. The citizens at this crossroad must have read their final prayers. Terror struck them when they least expected it to. They could not believe their eyes. An ugly and terrifying monster was crossing the road in front of them. The cars on the side road made a quick escape, and it was left empty for this terrifying monster. The remaining cars stopped by the red light were holding their breath. No one around dared to move. The drivers must have been looking at it with open mouths and shocked eyes. It was a stroke of good luck that there was no one on foot, or God forbid what would have happened to them. Evacuate the flat. Even Godzilla will feel like a fairy after this. 9 years ago, an apartment building complex in Russia was overrun by this thing. A spooky, spider-like creature with unimaginably long legs and arms. It climbed over a 7-story building as if it was crossing over a small fence. Those watching it lost their voices. No one wanted to go to the building's roof after that. There have been no sightings of a similar creature before or after this. The legend books have no name for it. Was it an alien or a local monster? Do you have any idea what it is? Bigfoot police. 11 months ago, the police were investigating a crime scene. As they left the area, a Bigfoot appeared right behind them. The big hairy beast took the same path as the police and began following them. Did the gentle giant commit the crime the police were investigating? Or was it behind them to commit another one? Or maybe it followed them just out of curiosity. It probably was just plain curiosity, because if it wasn't, we all know those policemen wouldn't have survived long to tell the tale and share this video. Blocked road. You shall not pass. A year ago, an Indian family was driving on a highway by a jungle when they were forced to stop their car. The road was blocked by this entity. This cryptid creature just stood there silently on all fours, but suddenly raised its hand towards the vehicle. It was clear wherever they were headed wasn't as important as their lives. With the road trip canceled, the family went back to their home in fear and kept looking back to see if they were being followed. The creature was too far to be identified, but it could be a
Tienes que saber esto. Con mi antiguo trabajo apenas llegaba a pagar el alquiler, sin contar con tener que pagar comida.
female djinn, an evil entity. Capped alien. A tiny, creepy alien was sighted in 2022 in a remote jungle. It was like the elves from Harry Potter, and it was even wearing some sort of a traveling cape. It had sharp, bony, clawed hands, and was very alert to the surroundings. As soon as it realized it was being watched, it ran away from the spot. Did it run back to its ship, or its hidey hole? Was it here by chance, or do they plan something sinister? No matter what, you don't want this alien chasing you in the trees. Gentle giant. The Canadian wilderness is known for Bigfoot sightings, and this video footage captured in February is proof of that. A giant suddenly appeared behind the dry bushes and was walking across. Almost instinctively, it stopped when it saw the camera. The shaggy monster began peeping at it through a gap in the bushes. Netizens were amazed by the quality of the video, because all Bigfoot sightings in the past had extremely low resolution. But with a proof like this, it can't be any clearer. Slender Man sighted. This is the moment a creepy monster was discovered. In August of this year, a resident was enjoying the weather outside of their window. But what they saw made them forget about the weather altogether. A set of 4 tentacles were eerily waving from behind a tree. But when you look closely, you realize the tentacles belong to a faceless man in a dark suit. This is the Slender Man. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, as they were simply sitting on a wall. But then came the shock. They jumped off the wall one by one, as if they were frogs, and were seen leaping away into the darkness. Their identity remains a mystery till today. Were they human beings taken over by the souls of frogs? Or were they frogs that had evolved into human beings? Could it be that they were skinwalkers who mixed up their transformation? There's a lot to wonder about, but maybe you have a better theory about these humanoid frogs. Oh my dragon! It is the stuff of legends, caught with an ultra-zoom camera just a month ago. This creature will make you question your knowledge about mysterious beings. Perched there in the middle of a mountain, with a huge leathery wingspan, a slight glow emanating from it, its slithery tail swaying behind it, and a head like a dragon. There is no way anyone could get close to this creature. Is it an oversized bat? But the head is different. Is it an extinct flying dinosaur? But they had extremely long beaks. This can only be a dragon. But I will leave the final judgment to you guys. Backyard horror. On September 1st, 2022, a woman decided to check her CCTV footage after she kept hearing something weird at night. She found this horrible creature lurking in her backyard, which, to her horror, had appeared when she was all alone in the house. The humanoid creature was completely white. It had no visible facial features. It resembled a rake, but it had no eyes. And it seemed to be... It was slowly making its way towards the woman's house. Maybe this was a skinwalker, but one can never be sure. What do you think, folks? The aliens are gathering. In September, a disturbing video was recorded in Canada that suggests that the aliens are already here and are simply waiting for the rest of their species to invade the Earth. As you can see, this spooky-looking alien appeared on the top of a roof for just a few moments. It looked into the sky once, looked down, looked up again, and then went back immediately. It was as if it received the information that it was looking for in the stars. We fear it communicated with its friends in the skies and perched on the roof as if it was...
Can you teleport to your friends? Hi, why are you not in my list? Where are you? I can make lovers. You must be in a relationship with other players to use these menus. It's he now.
Spying all along. Are we close to an alien invasion? Double team. This CCTV footage recorded in Mexico is going to make you jump out of your seat. Filmed in a small abandoned pond, the video shows some sort of mysterious creature swimming around with nothing but its creepy head visible above the water. And then it happened. Its female partner, appearing like a witch, suddenly jumped in right after it too. She's got the creepiest face you'll ever see. They were both looking at the camera with evil stares. Now rewind the video and observe how eerily the witch was perched on the opposite bank all the time her male partner was swimming in the stream. Gives you the jeepers, doesn't it? Desperate Dog Man. 1 year ago, a CCTV camera revealed this cryptid creature in front of a house. It was quite dark. The creature appeared from the left and was frantically searching for something. Upon zooming in, it appeared to have the head of a dog, but the body of a man. It was crawling on all fours. Its teeth were visible. Its eyes were darting left and right. Some said it was a skinwalker, but I believe it was a dogman. But we've always thought that dogman was just a myth. But I guess that's no longer true. Canceled trip. This driver had to cancel his plans midway through his trip. It was one cold, dark night 7 years ago. He was forced to stop by the site in front of him. A rake was crossing the path just in front of him at a distance. Eerily white in the dark of night, the rake was probably not counting on being seen. The driver did not wait to find out either. He put his car in reverse and got out of there as fast as he could. Spooky voices. A man heard eerie noises outside his house at night 5 years ago. He went out to investigate. This isn't what he was expecting. A spooky, dark figure hunched right outside his house in the bushes. The creature was looking right at the man with eerie and shiny eyes. Some speculated that it was a werewolf, and although it looked like one, something about this anomaly was off, which is why many are beginning to think this is a Sasquatch. And if they really do look anything like this, I think it's best if we leave their identity a mystery. Werewolf alert. When horror reaches your home. 5 years ago, a Brazilian resident came out of his house at night. He had heard some noise and wanted to check. It seemed as if a certain creature was lying there in wait. The gray, shaggy beast jumped over the wall and looked at the resident for a few seconds. Suddenly, the unknown creature made a dash towards the man, who quickly went back inside and closed the door behind him. Netizens speculated that it was a werewolf, but the video footage was not clear enough to draw that conclusion. Werewolf or not, the creature clearly did not mean well for the resident. Dogman arrives. When a thing becomes beyond understanding, you know you're doomed. An explorer left a trail camera behind in what looks like an old temple in a forest back in 2015. What it captured is the stuff of legend. A dogman began materializing out of nowhere. After it appeared completely, it got on all fours and climbed up the stairs in front of it. It seemed dizzy after its mysterious journey, as if it had climbed out of another dimension. Who knows where it went after this? And there is no telling how many dogmen arrived through interdimensional portals into our world. Alien Scout. The aliens are watching. This trail cam footage was captured over a decade ago in an unknown forest. As you can see, an alien was keenly looking at the camera through the trees. It was silent, stealthy, and still. It is one of those rare glimpses where you can fully see the eyes of an alien. Considering it was staring directly at the camera, the alien was probably curious at the sight of a thing which did not mix well with the surroundings. What clearer footage of an alien can one ask for? This should really put the doubters to rest about alien sightings being hoaxes. River Ghost.
Lidl, marca la diferencia.
A curious woman left a camera on a river in a forest in Scotland. 3 months ago, she recorded this. On the left side of the river, the trees hid something eerie. It is quite hard to figure out at first, but if you look closely, a pale ghost gradually appeared in the trees. It stood there for a few seconds and then disappeared. Is this particular Scottish forest haunted? We won't know, but at least we're smart enough to not try to find out. Argentinian mystery. It looks like weird creatures just keep appearing. Not more than a month ago, citizens of a small neighborhood in Argentina found this strange creature in their parking lot. At first, it appeared to be a small dog, just frozen there in time. But upon a closer look, its real form was revealed. It had the body of a dog, but the head of a human. And all that time it was staring at the cameraman with sinister intentions. I know we've seen plenty of skinwalkers, but nothing beats seeing this one. Half-Life Stalker. An unidentified cryptic creature was found walking in a graveyard 9 months ago. It is unlike anything you have seen. At the first glance, it looked like someone was walking with crutches. But then you realize the crutches are its arms. With no hands at the end, it used its stiff and long arm crutches to move around. Its legs were short. Its abdomen was like that of a bee. It had a longer head too. Some people compared it to the stalker from Half-Life. Do you know what this is? Let us know in the comments. Accidental sighting. A couple of zoologists placed a terrifying trail
Lineage 2 is hard to level up in? Nonsense! Let me show you how easy it is to get to level 85.
forgotten creatures, or unknown cryptids. Life finds a way in the darkest of corners, and it's not always a pretty sight. And they emerge when we least expect them. So, take a seat and stay with me, because these creepy anomalies might be more disturbing than you think. The ghost hunter went to the abandoned house, as such places are the home of evil spirits. But as he approached the house, he noticed something strange. At first, long fingers appeared through the window, stretching out unnaturally, sending a wave of unease through him. Then, suddenly, a head emerged, and he realized it was none other than the legendary Skinwalker. Its glowing eyes and sinister grin filled him with terror. At that moment, he understood that sometimes it's best to stay away from certain places. Letting out a scream, he turned and ran, hoping to never return to that haunted house again. Woods Mystery. On July 13th, 2024, a trail cam video captured a strange mystery deep in the woods, far from civilization. The grainy clip showed a pale humanoid figure lurking behind a tree. It stood eerily still, staring right at the camera. Viewers felt chills as they heard the unsettling, otherworldly noises it made. With dark, sunken eyes and an unusually large head, the creature looked a lot like the Rake, known for hunting at night with sharp claws and creepy sounds. Was this a real sighting of something that shouldn't exist? Or just a clever hoax? The mystery surrounding the figure remains unsolved, leaving everyone to wonder, what truly lurks in those shadowy woods? Abandoned building. An urban explorer went inside an abandoned building, camera in hand. As he made his way down the creaky stairs, he was shocked to find the entire floor flooded. The water reflected the dim light. Everything seemed fine until, suddenly, strange noises echoed all around him. To make things worse, he threw an object into the water, challenging the unseen entities. Then, he looked into one of the flooded rooms and froze. A figure with a pale face stared directly at him, dressed in a black robe. He panned his camera up the stairs and back down to the room, but the figure had vanished. Watchful shadow. In March 2009, footage emerged from Northumberland in northeast England. In the footage, a dark figure suddenly emerged from behind some bushes. It moved quickly, almost like it was stalking. The man in the video noticed it too. Panic surged through him. Without a second thought, he ran. What was this figure? It looked like a djinn, a black shadow with no features. The unsettling feeling stayed with him. Some things, once seen, can never be unseen. Drain terror.
I'm Holly, and that's Jack.
A local TV reporter was sent to investigate a mysterious figure spotted near storm drains. With her cameraman, she bravely ventured into the dark sewage tunnels, which many believed were home to the homeless. But what they discovered was far more unsettling. As they explored deeper, the legend of Ratman emerged from the shadows. This urban myth, once thought to be a mere story, was now sitting right before them. She nervously placed the mic in front of its face, but just as it was about to speak, the video abruptly ended. The chilling encounter felt just like the horror film VHS 94, merging myth with a creepy reality. The cave's secret. While passing by a quiet roadside in India, a local explorer noticed something strange near a dark cave. Curious, he stopped and moved closer. What he found left him speechless. A man covered in mud, sitting cross-legged at the cave's entrance, his unusually long legs and closed eyes, as if deep in meditation. Locals thought that this man had been meditating in the cave for over 30 years, seeking a divine connection far beyond the physical world. Swamp creature. What if the water hid something terrifying? A fisherman was curious about what lurked beneath the surface. He tossed a chicken into the dark water as bait and waited in fear. Suddenly, a huge figure rose from the depths, covered in thick hay and sporting a horrifying face that seemed to emerge from a nightmare. The creature moved slowly toward the bait, its eyes gleaming with hunger. It reached out, grabbed the chicken in a flash, and swallowed it whole. Then, without making a sound, it sank back into the murky depths. The water
Looking for a deal? Give me a second.
The Grand Mafia. Download for free.
Este año estamos viendo propuestas muy distintas unas de otras, propuestas que solucionan problemáticas reales, pero también innovadoras, ¿no? Que yo he visto cosas que digo, yo es que creo que esto no existe ni se ha planteado jamás, ¿no? Y ese yo creo que es el gran logro de hackatones como estos, que realmente, quién sabe si en el futuro serán las grandes soluciones a los problemas que hoy tenemos.
Y bueno, pero lo que sí que hay que decir es que año a año se ve que el trabajo que dedica la gente es cada vez más profundo, hay más competencia. Además se ve de los alumnos pues las ganas que tienen para hacer cosas, ¿no? Hablas de la inteligencia artificial, un tema que está muy en boga y que uno de los campos de aplicación es precisamente la educación, ¿no?
Muy bien, la verdad es que hay mucho nivel y sobre todo muchos grupos, ¿no? Que es algo llamativo. Normalmente en este tipo de hackatones no suelen ser tan numerosos y creo que es un éxito de la organización, ¿no? Haber conseguido tener tantas universidades.
La reflexión mía es el nivel del tema tecnológico con, por ejemplo, antes tenía una psicóloga, ahora un educador, hay gente de secundaria, entonces se ve mucho este encajamiento y esta conexión y que puede poner estas tecnologías en prácticas.
Hay que destacar esta gran participación entre universidades y centros de toda Latinoamérica y de España. Las primeras veces que estuve en algún hackathon similar cuando yo era estudiante aquí en la Universidad Pontificia, tanto el nivel como la participación eran mucho menores, entonces pues me alegro mucho de que este tipo de iniciativas hayan crecido tanto.
Bueno, desde el principio hemos estado analizando todas las propuestas y cómo podían llevarse a entornos vulnerables. Sí me parece lo más complejo porque realmente salirnos de nuestra zona de confort, salirnos de lo que realmente conocemos, porque estos países pues muchas veces tienen situaciones que aquí desconocemos. Sin embargo, ha habido muchísimas propuestas que lo han tenido en cuenta, así que enhorabuena, porque poner esos ojos y tener esa visión era importante.
Yo creo que este proyecto podría incluir a muchas personas en las aulas y hacer que de verdad la educación fuese inclusiva.
Para mí es un privilegio, de verdad súper feliz de todo esto.
Muchísimas gracias. Todo se debe al esfuerzo de cada uno de los integrantes del equipo de la Universidad Tecnológica de Nueva York, orgullosamente UTN. ¡Muchas gracias!
Muchísimas gracias a Profuturo por hacer esto posible y a la organización por esta quinta edición que ha sido espectacular. Muchísimas gracias.
Muchas gracias a vosotros.
Settled, but the fisherman remained frozen in shock. He realized he had seen something truly mysterious. Forest Phantom. A trail camera was set up to catch pictures of wildlife at night. One night, it recorded something strange that left everyone shocked. A shadowy figure appeared, moving silently on all fours. At first glance, it seemed like an animal, but as it came closer, its tall, pale body stood out against the darkness. The creature moved in a way that'll send chills down your spine. Some people believe it was a skinwalker, a spooky figure from local legends. Others think it could be a rake. The truth is still unknown, and the eerie thought remains. This strange creature might still roam the forest. Stay cautious if you get into this part of the woods. You never know what you might encounter. Whispers in the dark. In a village, whispers about a strange creature spread quickly. Locals talked fearfully about it, but no one dared to investigate. They called it the Gaunt Beast. This creature appeared only at night, lurking at the edge of the dense forest. One brave villager decided to capture it. As he moved closer, he saw three figures with long, thin legs that looked like bones covered in pale skin. Their unsettling movements made it seem like they weren't from this world. No one knew where this Gaunt Beast came came from, but villagers claimed it watched them from the shadows. Some believed it was an ancient curse, and villagers believe the beast is waiting for its next victim. Watcher in woods. In the middle of a thick forest, a local found himself lost. He started vlogging to keep his nerves steady, but soon he had a strange feeling. It was like someone was watching him. He turned around slowly, hoping it was just his imagination, but what he saw made his blood run cold. It was something in the shadows. Before he could even process it, he was running, dashing through the trees, with only one thought: escape. He didn't look back. Later, the slowed down footage showed a pale creature chasing him. We can only hope he made it out safely. White lady.
Look at Carly!
Get up here, Carly!
Two kids were playing outside, but then his little girl wandered off, drawn to a quiet spot near the garden. She spotted someone. A lady. Or at least, that's what she thought. They were interacting, but something was wrong. As the girl got closer, she realized this wasn't an ordinary person. The lady had a pale, grayish skin, almost lifeless. Her hair was wild and messy, and she had hands that stretched too long. Then panic hit. She turned and ran, but when she looked back, nothing. The figure was gone, like it had vanished into the air. Some say it was a ghost. Others think it was something far more sinister.
Get up here, Carly! The hell was that? The hell was that?
Night Stalker. A creepy creature was spotted in the streets one night. Locals were drawn to it, curiosity pushing them forward. It had several long legs, stretching out like they didn't belong. Its body was covered in metallic fur that shimmered. But just as quickly as it appeared, the creature vanished into the darkness. The night was silent again, but whispers filled the air. What was it? Later, it was revealed that this wasn't just any creature. It was an Alibat Slala, a being from the Saisi world, a mysterious spirit world. People couldn't help but wonder, had it really escaped from its world? Or was it always here, watching, waiting for the right moment to show itself? Shape-shifting encounter. A trail camera recently captured a scary event that left viewers questioning what they saw. There it was. A tall, dark creature with glowing red eyes appeared, standing there for about 10 seconds. Then, as suddenly as it had risen, it sank back below the surface. Moments later, a human figure emerged from the same spot, disoriented, before walking away. This strange sight led many to believe the camera had caught a shape-shifting creature, likely a skinwalker, an entity said to take on the forms of animals or humans to deceive and manipulate. The creature is still unidentified. Nightmare encounter. In a quiet town, a local decided to explore an abandoned building one night, armed only with a flashlight. As he pushed the creaky door opened, from the darkness, a pale humanoid creature moved towards him. In his rush to escape, he couldn't get a clear video, but when he later slowed it down, viewers could see the creature's eerie shape. People whispered about what it could be, suggesting it might be a cryptid like the Rake or a skinwalker. The town buzzed with fear. I don't think anyone would dare to investigate again. Frightening discovery. The Canadian urban explorers learned a scary lesson during their visit to an old psychiatric hospital. As they approached an emergency door just a few steps away, a head suddenly appeared, watching them with cold, lifeless eyes. Suddenly, a strange figure crawled out from the shadows. It moved like a wild animal, stalking them with an unsettling grace. Before they could react, it lunged at them. Panic erupted, and the video ended abruptly. To this day, no one knows what happened to them after their shocking encounter.
Oh shit! Go, fucking this way!
Unexpected encounter. Driving down the highway, a woman spotted a strange truck rolling by, and her eyes went wide. Behind strong metal bars, 2 dinosaur heads poked out, each held tightly with straps. It looked like a scene right out of Jurassic Park. She quickly pulled out her phone and filmed the amazing sight as other drivers began to stare too. Could scientists really have brought dinosaurs back to life? Or were these creatures going to a secret lab? The driver couldn't shake the thought that real dinosaurs might be right there on the road with them.
What the heck?
The river's grip. A young fisherman cast his line into the deep waters, hoping for a good catch. Suddenly, he felt a heavy tug. But this wasn't the tug of a fish. Something was gripping his legs. He fought fiercely to free himself. A black ghost was there behind all this. Finally, after what felt like an end of life for him, he broke free. He rushed onto the riverbank. But as he looked back at the water, he couldn't catch a second thought as to him the ghost was still watching, waiting for its next chance to drag someone down into the depths.
Amor!
Eyes in forest. A local went deep into the forest, camera in hand, ready for adventure. But what he found was anything but ordinary. As he moved through the trees, he caught sight of something, a creature with glowing eyes and sharp horns. He quickly started filming, his hands shaking. Was it real? Some who saw the footage thought it might be the legendary chupacabra. Others whispered it could be a dragon, or something not of this world at all. The sighting sparked a wave of rumors in town, but one thing was clear. Whatever that horned creature was, it left people wondering just how close the unknown really is. Maybe closer than they ever thought. Roadside encounter. On the side of the road, a runner found a strange creature blocking his path. At first, he thought it was a big dog. He zoomed in with his camera, but what happened next was unbelievable. The creature turned and almost stood up, and suddenly, the video cut off. What started as a simple sighting turned into something scary. This was not an ordinary animal. The horned creature, covered in jet black fur, looked like something the guy had never seen before. Netizens are now trying to figure out what this creature could be. Was it some kind of demon? If I saw such a thing, I would likely run away as fast as possible. Hoping candle. Late at night, the residents of a village saw something strange. A mysterious object with fire on top of it was hovering just above the ground. There was no support. It moved slowly, rising up and down from behind a wall. It felt like some kind of demonic creature was making itself known, scaring everyone away. But nothing could be said for sure. I can only hope things turned out okay for the locals. But the sight, it still leaves you wondering, right? What could it have been? Haunted River's Edge. A Cambodian team set out to explore a riverbank filled with dark stories. Locals often spoke of the chilling past, where tragedies cast shadows over the water. As they walked along the bank, a pale figure appeared, sitting quietly by the water's edge. Its face was blurred, and when the team moved closer, the figure vanished beneath the surface. Was it a boy, lost in a mudslide? Some locals believe the river held the spirits of children buried nearby. In hopes of bringing peace, the team left offering prayers for the souls. Hidden secrets. In Malaysia, scientists stumbled upon an unexplored forest, eager to reveal its mysteries. While filming, they caught an astonishing sight. As the camera panned through the trees, an alien-like creature peeked out from behind the grass, its appearance both mysterious and
Cuando se denuncia un caso de abuso sexual hacia un niño o una niña, se inicia un proceso judicial.
Frightening. When the cameraman moved closer for a better look, the creature vanished without a trace, leaving the team in shock. The next day, they reported their strange encounter to the authorities. but no response, even though they were asked to be quiet. Why was this creature being hidden from the public? Are aliens really in contact with authorities? The forest seemed to guard its secret for now. Last exploration. A young YouTuber decided to explore a forest near his city park during the night. Armed with only his camera and flashlight, he ventured into the dark. As he walked deeper, a shadow stretched longer. But soon, strange noises began echoing around him. Nervously, he turned back toward the park. There, he saw an unearthly, terrifying figure standing just off the path. His video captured the chilling moment. Days later, authorities found his recordings while investigating his mysterious disappearance. Those who saw the footage believe he encountered dark entities, ones that may have dragged him to the unknown. Creepy discovery. On October 26, 2023, a local resident shared unsettling footage from a trail cam that left viewers puzzled. The grainy video revealed a pale, humanoid creature crawling through the dense forest. Its disturbingly thin body resembled a human, but was far too bizarre to be one. Many believed it to be the Rake, a creature known to haunt the nightmares of countless individuals. The footage left a lasting impression on all who dared to watch. Are you going to re-watch it? Black creature. A video caught something strange, a figure slowly crawling out from beneath it. At first, it looked like a dog, but then, as the camera zoomed in closer, the sight became clear. A werewolf. It looked like an old tale had come to life. What started out of curiosity quickly turned into a shocking moment, and as you watch, I'm sure you can't help but wonder, how close is this thing to where you are right now? Night visitor. A doorbell camera caught something that left residents shaken. It started as a quiet night, but then it appeared. A figure in a white dress, bald, with a face that looked distorted, almost twisted. He stood there. Forest haunt. Something strange was caught on camera, deep in the woods. But what makes it eerie? The horse nearby sensed it first, staring from behind a tree with hollow black eyes, almost like it was not ready to reveal its identity. Nobody can say for sure what it was, or why it was there. But now, people can't shake the feeling that something unknown might be watching from those woods. An alien, or any being we are not aware of. But now, one thing is sure. Woods are home for these unknown creatures. Visitor on gate. Captured by a CCTV camera, a man opened the gate to his house, but just outside, something strange lay on the ground, a dark, blurry shape that he didn't notice at all. As he swung the gate open, his dog rushed out, but then it froze. Eyes wide, locked onto the eerie shape. The dog barked, probably sensing something was off. In an instant, the shadow lifted off the ground and moved up into the sky. The man remained, unaware that the shape was a ghost, only visible to his dog. Pets often see things we cannot. Sometimes, it's wise to listen to them. They might warn us about things we can't see.
Yeah.
Bear sighting? A local resident recently captured a video that sparked excitement and debate about a creature believed to be a myth. The footage showed a large figure sitting quietly under a tree, barely visible in the background. Some viewers were convinced it was the Sasquatch, while others speculated it might be someone in a costume. The video left everyone on edge, starting discussions about whether this could be one of the rarest sightings of Sasquatch ever recorded. Was it truly the legendary creature? As the debate continues, the viral video keeps the legend of Sasquatch alive. Mysterious creature. A video circulating on social media has sparked both curiosity, showing what some believe to be a mysterious creature from HA's elusive Mante tribe. The 16-second clip captures a strange, monkey-like figure with a small body and an almost human-like face, creating a spooky atmosphere. In the footage, locals appear to have encountered the creature deep in a forest. It hides behind trees and plants, as if trying to avoid human presence. While its exact location remains unknown, the sighting has led to speculation about whether this could be a rare member of the Mante tribe. The creature's sudden appearance has left many questions. Ghostly encounter. A foreign decided to explore a creepy, abandoned house in broad daylight. Before even stepping inside, he unknowingly captured a terrifying sight. As he panned the camera across the outside of the house, a ghostly figure could be seen moving inside. According to locals, the house belonged to an old man who refused to leave, even after he passed this world. People believe his spirit still roams, protecting the house from anyone who dares to get too close. Canal mystery. A CCTV camera caught something strange on a road by a canal. In the footage, the man stands on the edge of the canal and jumps in. Moments later, a woman appears at the other edge, leaping in to swim with him. No one could identify who they were, sparking fear and curiosity. Were they real people or something far more sinister? Social media users quickly circulated the clip, calling them demons. After that, no one dared to go through this canal at night, so you better not visit it as well. Crab encounter. A local camera picked up something strange in the river. At first, just a ripple, barely noticeable. But then, the camera zoomed in, and that's when the shock hit. It was a giant crab, its body submerged in the water. But what really stood out were its eyes, glowing red, cutting through the murky water. The sight was mesmerizing. So, what was it? A failed experiment? Something left over from a lab experiment gone wrong? Or maybe something darker, like a demon trapped in this poor creature? I'll let you be the judge. Mysterious encounter. While hiking through a trail in a national park, a family felt someone was out there. Someone who was looking at them. Suddenly, from behind a tree, a large, shadowy figure peeked out. Here you have it. A legendary Bigfoot. Its eyes seemed to follow their every move. Just as quickly as it appeared, the Sasquatch vanished into the forest. What had just happened? They were left with only the thrill of their encounter. Encounter on road.
Dapat kawan baru na. Woi, lagi santai kawan.
At night, on an empty road, a local spotted an old farm tractor rolling slowly along. It seemed harmless, just carrying a load of wood. But as he got closer, something felt wrong. Sitting on the tractor was a figure, draped in white, completely still. People say it was a ghost, a spirit haunting this path. No one knows why it's there. Would you risk driving down that road alone? What if that figure turned to follow you?
Dunia kawan santai.
Haunting discovery. A ghost hunter caught something eerie on camera. The footage showed a dark shape suddenly appearing, trying to break through a wooden wall. It looked like something trapped inside was fighting to get out. The figure thrashed and pushed against the wood, making it creak. What could it be? Was it a ghost trying to escape? Or perhaps a witch trapped for years, looking for freedom? The hunter's heart raced. Whatever it was desperate to break free. And now, he couldn't shake the feeling that if it came out, nothing would be the same again. Haunting legend. Deep in the woods of Wexford County, Michigan, a chilling tale began in 1887. Witnesses claimed to see a creature towering over 7 feet tall. It had piercing blue or amber eyes, standing like a man, but looking like a wild dog. This fearsome figure became known as the Michigan Dog Man. Locals say its bone-chilling howl echoes through the night, eerily resembling a human scream. Every 10 years, on years ending in 7, the Dog Man is said to emerge. Sightings spread across Michigan, especially in the shadowy forests of the northwestern Lower Peninsula. In 1987, the legend gained even more attention when stories were turned into songs. Today, this creature remains a haunting figure in local folklore. Aquarium encounter. In the corridor of the aquarium, something unusual happened. A strange creature suddenly appeared. It moved in quick, jerky jumps, almost like a frog. But this was no frog. It looked like the Dobby, a character from Harry Potter. And it wasn't just wandering. It seemed to be headed for the stairs. A man sat on a nearby bench, completely unaware. And then the video cut off. What was it doing? Where did it go? No one really knows. But if you ever find yourself alone in an aquarium, maybe take a second look at what's around you, just in case you may get it. Midnight encounter. What would you do if the shadows came to life? In the abandoned school, a local was live streaming his midnight adventure. Suddenly, he froze. Just a few steps away, a pocong, a spirit from Indonesian folklore, stood silently, wrapped in white. Its hollow gaze was fixed on him. He was terrified, but the moment he turned down his camera, nothing was the same. One moment it was there, and the next, nothing but shadows. What would you do if you came across Pocong? Strange woman. A home security camera captured this unsettling sight late at night. A woman seemed to be standing.
Hola y bienvenidos de nuevo al Tates, y en el Tool Talk de hoy vamos a hablar sobre
In the kitchen. At first glance, everything seems normal. But wait, and you'll notice something's off. Her arms stretch unnaturally long in ways that feel wrong. And that smile, it's wide and creepy. What is she doing there? Can you imagine seeing something like this in your own home? The thought alone is enough to leave. What was it doing there? Some say it might be the spirit of someone who once lived there. Others think it could be a trick of the light or a reflection. What do you? The mystery only grows with each new guess. Haunting woman. The video spread quickly across the internet, scaring those who watched it. In the footage, a woman stepped out of an old, broken-down house. Her face was strange as her eyes were out of place, one higher than the other. People online couldn't stop talking about it. Some said she was cursed by a witch, trapped in a form that was neither alive nor lifeless. Others thought she might be a spirit, lost and wandering. But one thing was clear. Those haunting eyes stayed with anyone who saw them, leaving a feeling that was hard to shake. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature. Knowing the terrifying stories surrounding the place, they sent a drone ahead to scout the collapsed building. To their horror, they spotted a demonic creature with a long mouth staring back at them.
Yo, it's right there.
Undeterred, they ventured inside to snap a picture. Suddenly, terrifying roars echoed through the dark room, and they fled, barely escaping the demon that chased them. They later requested the police to place warning signs and alert nearby residents about the creature. Cornfield clown. A photographer known for capturing aesthetic shots for his Instagram videos decided to take some cornfield videos with his drone. For an Instagram video, he was planning on capturing the whole field from an upper view. Instead, he found this. As the drone was rolling, it captured a man who was wearing the costume of a clown. The clown was part of a traveling circus that disappeared years ago. Rumor has it that one of the clowns never left. Now it roams the field, searching for something or someone it lost. But as the clown saw the drone, noticing that he was being filmed, he bolted away. The witch. Some friends visited the place where they've often heard, and many people claim that there is a scary witch in the woods who had kidnapped people. To check if it all was true or not, these friends sent a drone to look around. As they were watching through the drone's camera, they saw something really creepy.
Creepy that thing is.
Oh! A witch who even had a broom in her hands. They thought their drone was unnoticed as the witch went straight into her old rusty house. The witch then came out, and this time when she saw the drone, she started running away from it, and the drone started following her. Then, out of nowhere, she flipped out her broom and did some magic spell, and their camera turned into dust. Now these friends were sure that it was a real witch, and it has the ability to turn things into dust, so they drove as fast as they could and never talked about the incident again. The Sasquatch escape. A man was flying his drone in a local park, and when reviewing the footage later, he noticed a strange, hairy creature running across the ground. At first, he thought it might be a person in a furry costume, but after zooming in, the figure appeared much larger than an average man. This sparked his suspicion that it could be a Sasquatch. The unusual behavior, like running through the park in such a way, fueled his doubts, ultimately leading him to believe that what he had captured was a real Sasquatch. Slender Man. In the infamous woods known for the presence of Slender Man, two friends sent their drone to search for him. After hours of investigation, they captured footage of the tall, faceless figure. But suddenly, the screen went black, suggesting he had the power to stop the recording.
Dude, you're really low right now. Wait, but look, you see in the distance there? Is that him?
Whoa! Oh my God!
Slender Man lured unsuspecting victims by mimicking the voices of loved ones, drawing them deeper into the woods. Many who ventured in vanished without a trace, leaving echoes of their laughter behind. To this day, the woods are haunted by the souls he claimed.
Look, you see in the distance there? Is that him?
Whoa! Oh my God!
Eerie encounter. An enthusiastic explorer known for capturing strange creatures with his drone set out on a new adventure to film something creepy in a notorious forest where Bigfoot sightings had been reported. He excitedly flew his drone through the dense woods, hoping to catch something unusual. To his luck, he managed to capture a brief shot of a massive, furry creature casually walking through the trees. Though the footage was short, he promised his viewers he'd return with more evidence soon. So, guys, stay tuned for the next release. Eerie Skinwalker. A boy was peacefully sleeping on his bed when he heard noises coming from his backyard. When he goes to check there, he sees a skinwalker trying to break into his house. The creature looked like a demonic being, as you can see its glowing eyes in the dark. The terrified boy instantly called the police for help, but as soon as they arrived, the creature had already left the place. Desert Skinwalker.
Caralho, velho. Puta, onde que tá agora, pô? Olha lá, olha lá.
A strange, eerie creature was spotted walking in the middle of a Portuguese desert, resembling something straight out of an alien world. Its tall, hunched posture fueled speculation that it might be extraterrestrial. Though some suggested it resembled a skinwalker, its distinct posture set it apart from typical descriptions. The person who captured the sighting speculated it could be a desert creature previously unknown to us. However, where it came from and where it was going remained a mystery, leaving more questions than answers. Chasing Rake. Two friends were on a late-night drive with the roads mostly empty. Out of nowhere, they heard a strange, piercing noise. Curiosity got the best of them, and suddenly, a demonic figure resembling the Rake appeared on the road.
Right now!
They lowered their windows to get a closer look at the creature, but as they started giggling, the creature seemed to grow curious and, without warning, began sprinting toward them at lightning speed.
Bro, no, he's too fast, bro. No, nigga, he's too fucking fast.
Their giggles quickly turned into fear, and one of them slammed the pedal, speeding away as fast as they could. Uncontacted Amazon tribe? For the first time ever, we get to take a look at the actual uncontacted tribe. It was filmed by using a drone 300 feet up in the air. We finally get a glimpse of their daily lives. Their tribe exhibits a Stone Age culture with their simple tools and weapons, clubs, spears, and bows. The men cover their bodies with red body paint extracted from seeds from the anato tree. Their shelters are huts made of leaves and wood. They are surrounded by gardens of manioc, bananas, and papaya. They are a simple tribe living their simple and unproblematic life. White Robe Wizard. In England, wandering the woods. As soon as the person noticed the drone, capture beautiful scenery through drones, but this time it captured something strange. The drone captured an enormous creature walking through the woods. Its furry appearance gave away that it was not.
A YouTube channel called Outdoor Adventures encounters some creepy activity in the woods that some viewers are certain is
The Haunting Flash. Casually filming her roommate's cat from the cozy setting of her roommate's bed, YouTube user Lauren Constantino 1404 thought she was capturing just another cute moment for her YouTube channel. With the cat's eyes glistening from the dim hallway, she never expected the video to take a chilling turn. While recording, she noticed a brief, inexplicable anomaly, a fleeting incident so subtle that it was easy to miss. Later, curiosity got the better of her, and she reviewed the footage, meticulously going frame by frame to unravel the mystery. What she found left her not just spooked, but genuinely terrified. Around 2.5 seconds into filming, without using any camera flash, a bizarre light flashes across the screen in front of her cat. But what was it? If we slow down the video and pause it right at the precise moment of the flash, we can see what appears to be a creepy face with glowing yellow eyes appearing before it vanishes. Lauren, haunted by this creepy face appearing in front of her cat, uploads the video to YouTube and Reddit, and as always, the skeptic army came out in force. Some Reddit users, like @FMNell, speculate that, quote, in the video, you can see that the face appears almost at the exact same time as the cat's eyes align with the camera and phone, and I am pretty sure it's just a filter trying to match what it assumed to be a face. But Lauren counters, saying she 100% did not use a filter, and questions the origin of the flash, highlighting that even beauty filters don't create new facial features, they only enhance what's already there. She even offers to debunk the filter theory with a future experiment. But that's not all. Despite having lived in her early 1900s built home for only 2 months, Lauren sometimes felt an inexplicable sense of being watched. Her roommates too have had their own eerie experiences, making one wonder just what histories and mysteries are entangled in the walls of this old home. After the terrifying discovery, Lauren and her roommates didn't take any chances. They promptly had the house spiritually cleansed, but the question lingers, was this a mere glitch, a haunting visage of something otherworldly, or something darker? Share your thoughts below. If you're a fan of scary videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads.
Next, let me see. Your power is 1 and you will respawn in Egypt.
But I want to go to Rome. I will respawn.
Jermaine Extremo, a young explorer from Argentina, livestreams his exploration around a supposedly haunted cemetery. The cemetery is well known for sightings of ghosts, and visitors to the area have reported the sounds of footsteps close behind them, but when they turn around, no one's ever there. Jermaine spends some time exploring the cemetery. He then comes across an area known as the children's section and finds something creepy.
Me encuentro una ouija en un cementerio y cometo un gran error.
No, amigos y amigas, miren esto. No, no, no. Quiero creer... No quiero creer que esto sean gotas de sangre. Llévala. No me tienten. No me tienten, por favor. Ay, esta tumba. ¿Qué es esto? No, amigo, no, una cuija. Lo siento mucho. Voy a agarrar con la bolsa. No. Oh, ya fue, con las manos.
Jermaine spots a Ouija board that had been placed on a child's grave. Creeped out, but out of respect, he decides to remove the board. However, this turned out to be a very bad idea.
Lo siento, amigos, lo siento. Me voy. Disculpen, amigos, disculpen de verdad, pero son oportunidades que pasan una vez en 1000 años. Así que me voy. Espere.
As Jermaine hastily makes his way to the entrance of the cemetery, his flashlight illuminates a mysterious figure which looks like a nun down one of the passageways, but Jermaine doesn't see it. A few nights later, at 3:35 in the morning, whoever or whatever this is appears to have followed him.
Miren, amigo, son las, a ver si se ve, 3:35 de la madrugada. Otra vez me despierto por ruidos fuertes en el techo y cuando me asomo por la ventana, miren. ¿Qué es eso? Explíquenme. ¿Qué es eso? Vamos a ver de afuera. Vamos a ver si se ve de acá. No se ve. Miren. Miren. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué onda? Hola. ¿A quién busca? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? Miren, miren, miren. Enfoca. Enfoca. Vamos a ver. ¿Qué? ¿Qué se hizo? ¿Pero si estaba para acá? Acá estaba para... ¿Qué onda, loco? Vengo saliendo de ahí. Aquí estaba parada.
The same dark hooded figure sighted at the cemetery can be seen standing motionless in the street outside Jermaine's house, but when Jermaine goes out to confront it, it vanishes, never to be seen again. Or did it?
Hey! ¿Qué pasa? Hey! ¿Hay alguien ahí? Otra vez, verde, negro. Mierda. Otra vez lo mismo. Otra vez. No me puede estar pasando esto.
Jermaine's followers suggest that the dark, hooded figure is a malevolent entity that attached itself to him after he removed the Ouija board from the cemetery. However, some believe that Jermaine staged the entire incident for views. But what do you think? Did Jermaine unknowingly summon something sinister by taking the Ouija board from the grave? Or was it all just a clever ruse? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The next set of creepy clips was shared by TikTok user Pink86 after she and her daughter encountered something unexpected at a children's hospital in Phoenix, Arizona, USA.
Who is it?
It's so weird.
Is it you?
Is it me? It's not me.
It's motion sensor. There's no one over there. Okay, do it one more time.
Do it one more time, please.
Okay. One last time.
Okay.
Strangely, the motion sensing tap seems to come on all on its own, and Pink86, who claims to have a strong spiritual connection, believes that a spirit might be controlling the water. She and her daughter try asking it questions, which it seems to respond to.
What's another character trait I could ask her?
How old she is? Are you 5?
Why would she be 5? She's a doctor.
Oh, a doctor? Are you a doctor?
Didn't she say she was a doctor? I don't know.
Are you a child?
Wait. Okay, are you a child? I'm sorry. I'm confused. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying you're a doctor. I got confused. I'm sorry. So,
Are you 5? Are you 6? 7?
8.
9? You're 9? You're 9 years old?
As they carry on asking questions, the tap comes on as if it's answering them. But, as commenters on Pink86's TikTok video pointed out, what Pink86 and her daughter think could be a ghost is more likely to be a faulty sensor. However, something much creepier is about to occur. Watch closely.
Name starts with a B? Is it Brianna?
Brittany. Is your name Brittany?
Is it Bianca?
That's a weird name.
I don't know. It's what
came to mind?
Yeah.
Bianca? Can you move the curtains?
Do anything other than the water.
When asked if it can move the curtains, they immediately seem to flutter as if something has just moved past them, and then a dark shadow can be seen moving along them. Pink86 and her daughter don't seem to notice the shadow at the time, but cameras often pick up things that we humans don't see with the naked eye. What do you think this shadow was? Was it the ghostly entity that Pink86 believes has been controlling the tap? Or is there some other explanation? Share your thoughts below. Late one night on November the 30th, 2023, at around 4:10 in the morning, the uploader's daughter is awoken by something and couldn't go back to sleep. The next day, the uploader notices he has a notification on his phone from his Ring camera. Intrigued, he opens his Ring camera app and is floored by what he saw. At 4:10 in the morning, a blurry, white thing materializes outside the uploader's house before it fades away like it was never there. Perhaps what is most striking is the fact that this mysterious blurry figure was captured at the same time his daughter woke up, but whoever or whatever this is remains a mystery. This next scary video comes from Reddit, but originally comes from an unknown source. The footage was recorded on a baby monitor in a mother's daughter's bedroom late one night on the 5th of March this year. In the video, the daughter can be seen playing with her toys long after bedtime, but as the night unfolds, something truly terrifying interrupts her innocent play.
Hey, do you play with me? Sure, I'll play with you. So I'll let you play with me. Yeah. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, yum, doo, doo. A toy under the young girl's bed suddenly begins playing the same song she was just humming, catching her attention. Curious, she peers under the bed, but then, horrifyingly, she is completely dragged underneath and disappears from view. Her mother, alerted by her daughter's cries, rushes in, but is understandably baffled by the inexplicable event. After reviewing the baby monitor footage, the entire family has been deeply shaken, keeping their daughter out of the room ever since, convinced that something malevolent was lurking under the bed that night. The video was uploaded to TikTok by the mother seeking answers, and commenters quickly expressed their shock and horror. Among the many concerned viewers, user Tiffers asked, "Have you checked under the bed?" In response, the mother shared this follow-up video.
So I've been getting a lot of questions. People have been asking me, have you been in the room? Have you guys looked under the bed? No, we haven't. We haven't been in the room in the last 2 days. We've been a little scared. I should not be this scared right now. Oh my god.
The mother finds a doll under her daughter's bed, but then, if you look closely, somehow it all of a sudden moves all by itself. Horrified, the mother flees the room in fear and apparently has kept the room securely locked. Viewers of these clips were left horrified, with many believing that the daughter's room is haunted by something evil. But what's your opinion on these recordings? Is something sinister lurking underneath the girl's bed? Use the comments to share your thoughts.
No pierdas el tiempo. Convierte tu tecnología en dinero en efectivo con Zex.